Yo, 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 yo.
Hey, don't make fun of me. What is it?
Not
February 28th.
setting up the intro. Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, yo, yo! Welcome back to another episode of the Runner Up Podcast. We got Yuval Blank. We got Caleb Komet. It is February 28th, guys. We are on the journey to success. Come join us and hear what we have to say. We're not teachers, we're just
Preachers.
reflectors, preachers. We're
Oh,
just salesmen, all right? So, be sold. UV, let's hear it. Daily reflection or even the weekly reflection. How was your week, man?
it's been good, man.
Yeah.
Keeping it consistent, keeping it locked in. Just sticking to what I need to do.
Good.
Trying to do it to the best of my ability. Like trying to get every call to be good calls, right?
Yep.
Um, not letting the once in a while, the first or the last bad calls to stop you from making the next call. So pretty good. Getting closer
Good.
to and closer to a deal every day. I can definitely feel it. The
Yeah.
effort is starting to build up and it's starting to snowball. Uh,
Yeah. I gotta say that momentum, what you're saying is it's getting more visible every single day. Every single day, just there's this progression, right? There's this fluency in the calls. There's just this really empowerment. And honestly, it's it's a fun game at this point. For me, I know I'm just, enjoying myself. At this point, I mean, a lot of these realtors take it seriously sometimes, but I'm living life. I'm just living the dream, right? Because I know the process and what it actually takes, and I know that it's just persistence and consistency at the end of the day, right? So I know where I'm going at the end of the day. Do you know where you're going? You got to ask yourself that.
do you?
Do you? Do I know? Oh, without a doubt. I am so sold on the very fact on where I'm going. Dude, it may not be clear. This is what a lot of people don't understand is they want to have a clear picture of where they're going. They want to have a clear picture of the outcome. Well, I want to set my goals that will exceed my expectations, right? I want to just 10x everything, right? Grant Cardone, as we know, the 10x rule, right? I got it even written down
The
over here,
list.
right? Hit the list.
Hit
If
the
you want
list.
something, right? You got to take massive action equal to 10 times the amount you think it's going to take in order for you to achieve that certain outcome. You got to 10x your thinking. You got to think
Uh-huh.
bigger. If you hear one person, even Ben talks about it too, Anthony, you got to think bigger at the end of the day. So I know where I'm going. It may not be clear. Never is. The ideas come right as you continuously put in more and more effort, and just take massive action at the end of the day. That's what the Deal House boys have been doing. That's what the Humble coaching program has been doing, right? We're constantly reinvigorating and growing, as a community and even just in our systems, right? We got revivals, we got boot camps, we're getting
Guys,
AI now, right? I mean, AI is just advancing, so we got to progress with it as well. There's so many different, I mean, technology just helps out. The very fact that we're able to communicate on Zoom like this, Yuval, is just, it's a blessing, right? So we got to
yeah.
take advantage. But I don't know. I'm curious here, have you been more so just Deal House as of right now, or have you been, contributing to your to the Texas that you guys are affiliated with, or is it you're just committed Deal House and ready to get a deal, right?
Yeah,
What would you say?
I just kind of transitioned to Deal House. I definitely do feel
Okay.
that it kind of helped take a little bit of this kind of uneasiness off my shoulders because
Hmm.
I do want to work with my parents and I definitely will. It's
Yeah.
just in the current moment, after going to the actual physical Deal House and being
Yeah.
there for almost a month, you're kind of getting used to the system and the people and everything like that. And now you kind of come back and you have like two different teams, which the two
Yeah.
different systems, and everyone works a little different, and it's kind of just pulls you away from both directions, and you can't really decide. So I just told my
Yeah.
parents, hey, let me just focus on this. Let me get my sales on point,
Yeah.
close some deals, and then we'll see how it goes, and if I can come back and start helping you guys in any way.
Good.
So
Yeah. I think, I mean, just this would a good pointer that Ben made, or even Coach Az, Alex there too. But train, especially as young as we are still developing our skills and the mindset in going forward into, just the real estate process. And what I found is, definitely approaching in a different market. There is less pressure. There's more of a, playground to learn. And I think hitting Arizona, where it's, not directly where you're from, there's just this sense of, okay, it doesn't matter how this goes, right? It's going to be a great call no matter what. But it just gives us, sense to kind of gamify. And I think that's the whole point of Deal House, right? Is you kind of make it a good healthy competition, number one, and also just something that you are able to progress in personally. Whereas exactly what you've all said, you come back, right? Wherever it's your company in Canada,
You also feel
US.
that? You also
I feel
felt
that. I mean,
that?
what I've been doing, I've been having to split my days, which is totally fine. I've been able to kind of manage both here. But right after we got our Deal House calls and meetings in the morning, we'll be hitting up Arizona just because we've had the momentum. We talked about it. I'm in the, hemisphere of Arizona, one could say, right? After that, I'll, reach my KPIs. I'll try to, progress, 1% rule, trying to, do whatever I can to feel fulfilled at the end of that kind of sector, which is kind of around, in our time, 3 o'clock. After that, I'll kind of dedicate a little bit to Windsor, and just from the skills that have progressed just from Deal House, again, just applying those. And these calls are just unbelievable. I think they've just advanced from the beginning, from where I started, right? And I'm not trying to look in the past or whatever. I'm always trying to look in the future, but I like to see and reflect off of the progression. So that just continuously motivates me. And Windsor has been going good. It's just a matter of time until you start to reach a deal. I know we've been making flyers as well. We're going to be doing some door hangers, which will be cool, and reach out directly to seller in the Windsor area, which will be cool.
I saw you were doing some content too.
And we're making some fun content creation. Yeah, is exactly. So we're always getting, just promote. Grant Cardone always says that. He actually has it in his office, which is cool. I'm a stalker. No, I'm not. But yeah,
for legal reasons, I'll have to deny that claim.
I had to. I don't want to be weird. I'm not trying to, throw anyone off here. But right, it's good to just surround yourself by people that are like-minded, and to consume knowledge from people that have already done the work, right? And this is how you progress in your ideas, and to see somebody who's really changed the mindset into think bigger and to grow bigger. It's like you kind of want to adapt that too. Why wouldn't that be motivating for you to indulge in, right? If it continuously progresses your outcomes. So it's been good. I think, it's just a hustle, right? It's just a hustle. It's a grind. It's the valley of despair, whatever, you're going to get a lot of external noise through it all. It doesn't matter, because the objective stays the same, right? I like how Sean said it in that one meeting. You have your goal, and then you have where you are, and you have everything in between, right? And it's just simply noise. At the end of the day, it's all just different barriers, right? The goal is what matters, and you just got to do anything it takes to get to that goal, right? So just kind of taking that to heart. What would you say?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you agree with
and
that?
I definitely think that this is not like a 100-meter sprint. This is definitely one of those 200-mile runs, like one of those crazy Moab 100s and all those other insane runs that it takes time. You have to actually build. You can't just start off and go and run that. Most likely you'll probably just break down, and if you haven't trained for it, it's a little unrealistic to expect you to just get first place first time without training, without putting in any sort of work, right?
Exactly, man.
It's just important to remember that it's not, even with 100 meter sprints, you're not gonna beat Usain Bolt if you've never ran before, right? So it's
good point. Yeah, and I think one of the biggest things too, that I've learned over the last little bit is the vision and imagery, the power of imagery, actually, because my sister was learning this in her university class, and she was just coming home one day, told me all about it. I'm like, yeah, we actually train in this like almost every day. It's just now I'm more aware. I think awareness is the most important thing that you can just give yourself. You have to be aware in order for you to execute, right? We always talk about massive action, but if you're not aware, what are you going to execute in, and is it going to be the right thing? But
Can you touch a little bit on that?
Sure. Yeah. I think that's so vital. I kind of have a list. What is that list? I just have a sticky note on my mirror in my bedroom. I just kind of look at it every morning, right? And it kind of just, it motivates and it just gets me in the right mindset, right? 3 things, right? I breathe, I affirm, and I vision, right? You got to take time to see where you're at. You got to, give yourself the vision that you want and where you are, and kind of, set the tone, right? And the motivation for you to, succeed. And then you really want to envision that, right? You affirm it, you declare it over your life, but then you truly envision it. Once you're able to envision it, throw it on paper, whether it's, daily goals or the KPIs that you're trying to hit, or a multifamily you want to buy, right? Whatever it is, you just got to, I find it's really helpful. And I've, even if it's small, basic goals, daily goals, you write it on paper. I find it so much more achievable at the end of the day, right? I think that's where it starts, right? Because once you start, being, responsible, right, in the little things, you will be responsible in the bigger things, right? And the big things and the huge things. So start, it does start small. Again, you're never going to be, Usain Bolt in a run without your training, without your foundation, which is just so, essential. So that's kind of where, we're at right now. We're always progressing. I think this is a great time because as we're progressing, you've all can attest to this, that there hasn't been a tangible result, but a lot of, mental.
Actually, there has though.
And
because cognitive. You can feel it in your
What would you say? You can, yeah, but that's not tangible whatsoever. That's more, mental and conceptual, right? You can be thinking, you could see it, but people, right? People can see it too, but like at the end of the day, does it matter if you're getting the outcome you want, or does it matter about, oh, my calls are getting better? Okay, what does that mean? Where's the deal, right? Deal house, right? And I think that's where, some people would end up quitting, or some people would find that, not as, motivating at the end of the day. But
we've already had that. We've already had people come and go already. So it's, and Ben always says, like, he's just, honestly, I think the reason he also kind of threw us in there and then left us is a little bit because he wanted us to figure it out ourselves. And
it's huge.
He knew that if he would micromanage us, it would result in the same outcome anyways, because we have to get over those hurdles ourselves. So I kind of thought about it about a couple of days ago that, he probably left us like that in a, not entirely thought out situation, just because he knew that he couldn't think of it all anyways.
Yeah.
So there wasn't really any point in micromanaging. It's more like putting you out there.
Yeah.
And get in the reps until you actually start to understand the movement. So
that's good. Yeah, I think that's huge, right? And you'll definitely get so much help and, wisdom and support from people, but at the end of the day, right, if you can't build it, it does die. There's definitely an actionable piece that you need to commit to, right? It starts with you, right? You can have so much motivation. You'll hear from, I'm a big fan of Cody Sperber too. You missed it, but at Sunny Skies prior, he's in the next revival. Yeah. And I actually, I DM'd him on Instagram, and now we're DMers.
Really?
What do you call those? What do you call those?
You're tweeters? In his DMs?
Yeah, I'm in his DMs, bro.
Pause.
So we're connected again. It's just proximity. So this guy's amazing, right? And
he's in Arizona, right?
He's in Arizona, right? So he's just, constantly saying, you can teach so many people how to get, successful, or how to really try, like, find fulfillment, right? Everything's so accessible, but 90% of you guys still won't indulge in it. 90% of you guys still won't learn, right? I can teach you everything, but you still won't execute. And I think that because
if you don't want to learn, it'll just go in one ear and out the other. So it wouldn't actually.
Yeah. And this is where the law of, just association is very important, because at the end of the day, I don't want to surround myself by people that, say they can't, right? The can'ts, or even just the
doubters.
the doubters, and even, the passive thinking as well, right? As you just said, it goes in one ear and out the other, right? You got to have this internal conviction to learn, right? And it doesn't stop, right? Because if you stop learning, your business stops learning. And if you stop growing, your business stops growing, right? It kind of starts with you until it can run by itself. So that's kind of where my mentality's been. And you're your business as of right now. It's so conceptual, and it's kind of cool. That's where it starts. Is the business started with you. The business started in your mind. And that's why it's important to get something, tangible. Write your goals down. You can't see that. There you go. Whether it's a sticky notes or whatever it is, write down the goals, KPIs, whatever you're trying to, achieve, and you'll start to actively get more results. It takes a lot of time, execution, dedication, but they'll come. Again, what'd you say before this? The unlimitless, the unshakable faith.
Unshakable
That's
faith,
what it was.
yeah.
And I think that's just, it's so essential.
So crucial to your success, because if you're constantly waving around, not entirely sure, like if you haven't made a concise decision, it's gonna be very difficult. Like Ben always says, like there's a transition, there's a bridge between the self-employed and the business owner, and if you kind of stay in the middle, you're never actually gonna transition and get to your potential. You might even actually fall off on both ends. So I think just really, really understanding that you're in that position and that you have to make that leap, that decision, to commit entirely, right? Because great example is me right now with my parents' business that I was with before when I started.
Yeah.
Ben got us into Deal House. I came over there, had a great time, came back, was kind of with my parents and Ben at the same time. I could definitely feel it. It just doesn't really work. It's hard to do something like that, at least for me. So I just told them, hey, let me just focus on this, and then I can, let me get my skills right. And with Ben, not only is he, the mentor, he knows how to teach and stuff like that. He's done it himself.
Oh, for sure.
But also it gives me this confidence because they have so much experience that their decisions are their actual decisions. They have real reason behind them, right? Not saying that others don't, but with more experience, there's more wisdom in those decisions.
Yeah.
And definitely like good environment to be around. When you're around people that are also uncertain, it just leaves the entire air uncertain. So having people that are just focused on this and like let's get a deal definitely helps. I think the biggest thing is also like just the quality of your call. When you're uncertain, if you're not the person that draws the line and makes the decision on that property specifically, it's a lot easier when you know that the person that is backing you up, that you work with, actually wants to and will close without a doubt.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I think one thing Grant Cardone really outlines too is two things here. You must, no matter where that realtor or seller is in the state of their mind, you must stay positive. You must just shine kind of this light where they can be influenced by it, because that's what sales is at the end of the day. It's your ability to influence and persuade in that current moment. And if I can do that, especially with this mindset right here, service oriented values, right? If I'm there to serve and give, then price isn't the factor at the end of the day. It actually becomes more obsolete. The more value you bring, the value of money goes down, because that's what people affiliate price with. When you say price, you think of money. There's also two other factors. You have time and energy. Those are that's the what do you call that? The paradox, or those three are the most
important.
The trivector. You got it. The Trinity.
Trifecta, yeah.
All right. And I think that's so important. If you can understand and associate time, energy, and money, but devalue money in your conversations, you're left with what? Time and energy. Well, I'm going to pursue this conversation. Maybe I'll give more time. I'll give more energy in the call. You'll start to see money will just be a byproduct. It's just another tool of the value that you bring. All right. I think that's the kind of the mindset of how you should go within these calls, right? Again, you always think about money, you'll never get it.
Yeah, I think it definitely helps when you're not thinking about that as well. In a way, you kind of translate that to the person you're on the phone with, and they also, maybe they don't, but they also might kind of, bring that off and focus more on the situation, on the person, on
Yeah,
the cause. Like, how can we
exactly.
help? So I definitely agree with that.
I've transitioned to say that just because that book made me so aware, but to go in that service kind of mindset, I'm like asking these agents, hey, how can I help like today? How can I literally serve you and making either a win-win, solution here? It's actually so freaky how they actually they open up. They do, and I've seen that. I'm a testimony to that, because once people either just want that, they want love, they want comfort, and they want to be taken care of. If you're able to provide again that trinity, that trivector, that's what people want, right? Look at what makes sense of this. I love this analogy. Ready? Think about it, Yuval. Why do people
Right.
buy $6 cup of coffee at Starbucks when you can make a pot at home for 50 cents? One word: convenience. All right. And value and good feelings. People are so emotional, right? It's just how it is. We all are. We're emotional creatures. So
The same with, like, that one fork in your drawer that you like eating with, because the food just tastes better with that.
you always have that one fork. I know everybody has that right now. You know the difference. All right.
Yeah.
Get that fork. Exactly. It's a great point. 2 forks, 1 plate. I still don't get it.
Go check out that last episode, guys.
Check out that last episode and be convicted. So, yeah, I think going into a call like that, I think you'll just see massive, progression once you're truly honest too. At a call, right, with the realtor, picks up the phone. What do you want? Again, bad mood. Fortunately, they have their situations. If you succumb to that behavior, you're not adding any value, right? But if you stand out and actually give more value and you change their, feelings than when you first started with them in that call, then price, anything that else matters is it becomes more obsolete, and now they'll actually dive into you. They'll actually want to make a deal with you, and you can actually progress in that. There's value there, and you're more rememberable, right? I think that's a word. So
Memorable?
be rememberable. Okay, don't be
That's
like
memorable,
yeah, it's so true. Sure, I'm an investor. You can call me that, or maybe I don't like to call myself that, but I'm just looking to buy some places in Arizona. Can we have fun today? Yeah, sure. Like, whatever that means.
I mean, I've
Like,
had a call where
yeah,
the agent's great and we have great communication. It's just, the seller in the end just is not really willing to. They're
yeah,
not actually
yeah,
motivated, and I think it's important to focus on the fact that, if you have a good relationship with an agent, they can bring you more deals. Like, this is literally what's happening with me right now.
yeah.
I have an
Oh,
agent.
100%.
I called him on the property. I told him where we're at. He kind of understood. I explained that everything was good.
Yeah,
We're in good relations, and he
good.
starts sending me off market stuff. And now we're transitioning to the point where we might close on something. We gotta
Look at
see how it
that.
goes. But yeah,
Look at that. You know
I
what you
think there's a
deserve?
quote. I gotta remember that quote. I had it on my wall. I don't have it anymore. It's
What is it?
saying, like, one sale can make you a profit, but one relationship can make you a fortune.
Boom. Say it again.
One sale can make you a profit, but one relationship can make you a fortune.
Look at that. Come on. Believe it and be convicted. Okay?
Mhm.
So good. So good. Preach, man. We're preachers. We're not teachers. That's really good. Yeah, I'm going to write that down for sure.
I think that's how it goes. That sounds about right.
No, it makes a lot of sense. Just giving more value to the relationship here at the end of the day. That's all we're trying to do, right? And you'll see, you'll start to see massive success. I don't know how to, branch off for that. It's just period. If you're able to stay in constant alignment and agreement in the call, that's where decisions are made. Exactly. Why, again, the rule number 1 is that I learned in that book. Stay in constant agreement. Agree after, everything. Because why would I want to be on bad terms with you? Am I trying to get a deal here at the end of the day, or am I trying to create conflict, right? Yuval has, his breakfast, and now he says that bread is the best, right? Sourdough, whatever it is. I totally agree. Or I hear you. Even I hear you, or I understand, right? We say that a lot. I understand, because that's a good way to approach it. But I don't have to actually agree with them. I acknowledge it. I think there's a difference between acknowledging and, agreeing, right? That's totally fine. We have a right to have an opinion. That's totally fine, right? But my values stand different. So if I can segue, right? If my price is so much lower than the realtors at the end of the day, I have to give some kind of value, right? I have to bring something. I have to kind of get them into my world and my perspective by acknowledging theirs. So this is just, get me right, this is just conversation. This is not manipulation. Okay? Everybody does this.
I think that's also important to say, that it's not manipulation.
It's not.
And high-end sales is probably not even persuasion. It's more like, this is just the right way to go. This is the option that we need to take, which I guess you are persuading them. But sometimes, it just makes sense when you guys are in complete alignment. To them, it just makes sense. I don't see the fault in that at all.
Exactly.
Let's just go for it. So, yeah.
Exactly. That's all
you had there.
It's not. Yeah, it's not manipulation whatsoever. You have a right to choose whether or not to go with us or not, right? It's not like I'm forcing you or putting any pressure. The last thing I would do, and even if it does arise in the conversation, hey, I'm not trying to mislead you in any way. I want to get a better understanding. I want to work together on something. And they'll really open up. You definitely want to calm them down. Don't get them in a, energetic pace, because
it's hard to slow that down. If you're not slow in the beginning and you kind of unintentionally ramp it up, when you want to continue the conversation, they're already ready to drop. So I definitely felt that when I had a call where the guy kind of, hello, who's this?
Yeah.
And just staying calm and taking my time, he kind of opened up, and he realized, oh, this is a real person and stuff like that. Because he was telling me he's getting like 20 spam calls every day. He doesn't take voicemails anymore because the spam calls just fill his voicemails. He calls them back, no one answers. So pretty much right away I called him. He didn't answer. He told me spam. I'm like, I'm not spam. I'm a real person. Call me back. And he's like, your ID shows up as spam. So, okay. I don't know what to tell you. I was just interested in your house. So he called me back. And then from there, it was a good conversation. The house itself wasn't motivated, so that's okay. Let's follow up with him. But in general, that relationship with him, he seems like a cool guy. In the voicemail, he seemed like a grumpy old man, but when I actually talked to him after, like 30 seconds, he started actually being more his personality, not like, because he sounded mad in the voicemail, right? I'm sure he has his own challenges, and that sets a certain mood for him. And you can break that mood, that phase that they're in, and set them back 100%. To their normal stage. It's going to be a lot better.
So much better. And even if you acknowledge that, provide comfort around that area of conflict, right? What are they you have to dig deeper. That's what it's like. Okay, I understand you're in a bad mood here, but get to the source, really acknowledge it, and they'll feel your compassion, and they'll want to do something with you at the end of the day. So you have to dig deeper into it. At the end of the day, they do receive 100 of calls a day, right? They might have some family issues. They call it black swans in negotiations. Discover the black swans and then negotiate, acknowledge them and negotiate further. So discovery is huge. That's why actively listening, a lot of people don't actively listen, or even just take the time. It's going back to the trivector, right? You got to take a little bit more time, right, to connect. It's not just, can I reach my KPIs, but definitely the quality of the call, definitely just setting the tone. Hey, how can I, help you today? Or listening to them out, right? I just had a great call with another guy, just talking about his, vacation, not his vacation, but his day trip to Sedona, right? Because this is Arizona, and they would go, right? It took quite a bit, I don't know, 20 minutes, and just him elaborating, and I'm sold, right, on Sedona. right? Price
He
is not even a
sold it,
factor.
man.
He sold me on
He
Sedona
sold.
to the point where now I'm not even contingent on price. Do you see how that works? Like, that's so important. There's so much value that devalues money that I'm just like, Sedona, red, get me on a plane, I'm going. So
Ben had the same thing. You remember Ben? We had that call in Windsor for Jonathan Sandor,
yes, that's
and
correct.
he had such a good convo with him. That was like an 18-minute call. In the end, they got the price, and he's like, "Oh man, I don't think so, but you guys are so great. Let's move something forward." I don't know if they closed on that in the end.
Oh yeah, he said he's locked up. He
Locked
got
up.
it. Well, I don't know if you understand this. So they got it under fair market value, number one, within the 80 and 70% margin, right? Then, which was great. Thank you. Props to Ben. Jonathan should be very thankful. Then Jonathan proceeds to go back in his due diligence period and actually gets it for even lower. He drops it substantially. They were able to get it for a huge discount at the end, just because, hey, these numbers didn't work. I need to get it at this price. Jonathan did a great job. He closed it. He understood. And the realtor dropped because at the end of the day, the house needed to get sold. It was more of a distressed property. So I think that's what really sold at the end of the day. Jonathan brought in that tactical empathy, right? Jonathan brought in that acknowledgement, and they were able to progress. He got a great deal, and they closed on it. He's going to put some work on it. So I think he's not putting work on it. There were already tenants that were going to be evicted on that property. He assessed it. They had great credit scores, whatever it was, and he actually kept those tenants from that home. So now he's just, renting it out. I think he should be cash flow positive on that. So it's just another one to his portfolio. Jonathan's doing a great job, and he's not even doing this full time right now. He's still in the health unit. So
yeah, he's a nurse, bro. It's crazy.
Exactly.
He's a nurse.
So good for him. Props for him. He's on that grind. And
that shows that a good relationship can really bring you a fortune, right?
100%, right?
Maybe he would have had a decent call with him, and he got him 20 grand off.
Yeah,
that's about
it. Exactly. That's what it is at the end of the day. So I think the biggest thing for me as well was also to, there's no point to sound salesy. Don't sound salesy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, just talk normally. You're a normal guy here, right? It's the agent's job to kind of sell here, but in the midst of it, we're actually selling through our ways here. Everybody's selling at the end of the day. That's what we're doing. I'm selling Yuval right now on the things that I'm saying. He's selling me on the things that he's saying. Whatever conversation you have, there's always a sale involved. That's kind of like the mentality. There's always some kind of influence at the end of the day that changes perception daily, right? So you're selling, but just be more natural about it. I think that was just one of my biggest things, and man, has it really changed my game and my performance.
Yeah, absolutely. I could by the way, I could tell a lot from your calls. Have gotten a lot better. Before, to be honest with you, you sounded like the guy that talks about the weather. The weather on the highway.
Always wanted to be a
weatherman. Yeah, it's like eastbound on the 401. We have a weather. No, let's go. Just the weird. You had a pacing like that. It really reminded me of that. But now definitely sound a lot calmer, a lot smoother.
Beauty.
So that's really important. Just to kind of sound like you're having a normal convo, and I think that's also the same thing where the agent's mad or whatever, and you're just trying to have a normal convo. It kind of like sets them back. Like, wait, this is a normal person. This is not.
Yeah, it's not a spam
sales call. This is just a guy trying to buy the house. So
yeah,
exactly.
That's
because when you're so formal, it almost becomes weird because normal interactions are not that formal. There's no need to.
Yeah.
You get it.
Exactly. I get it, man, dude. It's prevalent. So don't get that in your head. It's a normal conversation at the end of the day, right? Heard it multiple times, and we're gonna keep going. Don't stop. Sure. So that's kind of our reflection here, guys. Thank you so much for committing to this and just supporting us and whatever it is, watching us, staying tuned with our weekly episodes here. It means a lot, and we appreciate you just joining the journey. We'd love to get somebody by next week. Stay tuned, because we are going to get a guest speaker who's going to be sharing his perspective, his testimony.
We're going to be reaching out.
yeah, reach out if you guys wanted to be on the show. Definitely let us know, and we'll get you in the flow, and we'll make some dough.
I like
Come
that.
on.
That was a good one.
Alrighty. Thank you, man. Well, stay tuned. We'll see you guys in the next one. Until next time, we are your runner-ups.
Peace.
Peace.